Hello guys, welcome back to Math with Arjun channel. In the previous video, we have completed the exercise 8.2 and some concepts of further. In this video, we are going to see some further concepts. So without wasting any time, let's jump into the video. So in this video, we are going to study some concepts of compound interest and simple interest. First question is based upon simple interest. Let's see that. A sum of rupees 10,000 is borrowed at the rate of interest 15% per annum for 2 years. Find the simple interest and amount to be paid at the end of 2 years. So let's find interest for 1 year and multiply it by 2, as simple interest remains same. In case of simple interest, the rate of interest rate remains same for every year. So 15% is the rate of interest. So 15% of principal amount, that is 10,000. 15% of 10,000 comes out to be 1500, which is interest for 1 year. So interest for 2 years would be 1500 into 2, which is 3000. So how we found the amount? Amount is equal to principal plus interest in case of simple interest, which is 10,000 plus interest we found just is 3000. So amount comes out to be equal to 13,000. Now another formula is principal into rate, that is rate of interest, into time divided by 100 for finding the simple interest. So putting the values, we get 10,000 multiplied by 15 multiplied by 2 divided by 100, which again comes out to be equal to 3000. And amount formula we know is principal plus interest, which is 10,000 plus 3000 gives the value as 13,000. Now let's see the comparison between the simple interest and compound interest by taking example. So for the first year, the principal remains same for both the years. Under simple interest is 10,000 and under compound interest is 100. And rate of interest is 10%. So rate of interest on 100 rupees would be 10. So year end amount would be 110, and year amount and amount for compound interest would be same, 110. But in the second year there would be changes. Let's see what. So the principal would be, as the principal amount remains same under simple interest as the initial, so it would be again 100, and interest rate would be the same interest is applied in case of simple interest. So it is 10% of the principal amount, initial principal amount, which is 10. So year end amount would be 120. But in case of compound interest, the principal would now change to the value which would have been the year end amount. So it would be, in case of 100, it would be 110, and interest would be charged upon the new principal, which is now 110. So which would be 10% of 110, which is 11. So year end amount now would be 121. Similarly, we can find the simple interest as well as the compound interest for the subsequent years. So based upon the example we have seen, the compound interest formula is compound interest is equal to amount minus principal, and the formula for amount is principal in bracket 1 plus rate of interest upon 100 raised to power n, where n is the number of years and r is the rate of interest and p is the principal. Now let's see one of the example based upon compound interest. So it says find compound interest on 12600 for 2 years at 10% per annum compounded annually. We know the formula of amount, which is equal to principal into 1 plus rate upon 100 raised to power n. So putting the values, we get 12600 into 1 plus 10 upon 100 raised to power 2, which on solving gives the value as 15246. And we know the formula for compound interest is amount minus principal, which is 15246 minus 12600, which comes out to be 2646. Now there is some more concepts in the compound interest, which is rate compounded semi-annually or half yearly. So there is slight change in the formula of amount, which is amount equal to principal into 1 plus r upon 2 divided by 100 raised to power 2n. So rate becomes half and time gets doubled in case of half yearly or semi-annually, whereas the formula for compound interest remains same, that is compound interest equal to amount minus principal. Now let's solve one question on half yearly or annually, half compound annually. So what amount is to be repaid on a loan of rupees 12,000 for 1.5 years at 10% per annum compounded half yearly? So principal is given as 12,000 and rate would become half as it's half yearly. So half of 5% would be 5% and n would become 3 by 2 as it's 1.5 years. So amount would be principal into 1 plus r upon 2 upon 100 raised to power 2n, which is 12,000 into 1 plus 5 upon 100 raised to power 3, which on solving gives the value of the amount as 13891.5. Let's solve more examples. It says find compound interest when a sum of rupees 10,000 is invested for 1 year and 3 months at 8.5% compounded annually. So this is one of the important question, as it is the application of both compound as well as simple interest combination. So we will solve for the 1 year using the compound interest and left out 3 months using the simple interest. So principal is 10,000, rate is given as 17 by 2% and time period here we are taking as first 1 year and after that we will calculate for 3 months. So amount would be principal into 1 plus rate upon 100 raised to power n. Now putting the values, we get 10,000 equal to 1 plus 17 by 2 by 100 raised to power 1, which on solving gives the value of amount equal to 10850. Now till now we have calculated the value of amount for the 1 year. So next, for the 3 months we are going to calculate the simple interest. We know the formula of simple interest, which is equal to principal into rate into time divided by 100. On putting the values, we get 10850 into 17 by 2 into 3 by 12. As we know that we have to calculate and convert months into years, so it is 3 by 12 divided by 100. On solving this, we get the value of simple interest as 230.56. So the interest would be equal to amount minus principal, which is 10850 minus 10,000, which is equal to 850, which is the interest for the 1 year. So for the total compound interest, we have to add 1 year as well as 3 months interest, which is 850 plus 230.56, which gives the value finally as 1080.56. Now some of the applications of compound interest formula. When we are asked or given the increase or decrease in the population of a village or a city, when the growth of the bacteria is to be found and rate of growth is known, and when the value of the item is to be found if there is increase or decrease in the intermediate years, that is the case of depreciation. So talking about the application example, it says the population of a city was 20,000 in the year 1997. It is increased at the rate of 5% per annum. Find the population at the end of 2000. So this is one of the application of compound interest. Let's see how we solve it. So here principal or population is equal to 20,000. Rate of increase of population is 5%. And time period is 2000 minus 1997. That is 3 years. Now putting the value in the amount formula, we get 20,000 into 1 plus 5 upon 100 raised to power 3. On solving this, we finally get the population as 23152.5. Now we know that the population cannot be in decimal, so on approximating we get the value as finally 23153. Moving on to next question. It says a TV was bought at rupees 21,000. After 1 year, the value of TV was depreciated by 5%. Find the value of TV after 1 year. So here principal would become 21,000 and rate would become 5%. So on calculating the value, there is a slight change in the formula, where is that in the simple formula there is principal into 1 plus r upon 100 raised to power n, but there is depreciation, so formula would change to principal into 1 minus r upon 100 raised to power n. Rest simplifying is same. So putting the values, we get 21,000 into 1 minus 5 upon 100 raised to power 1, which is 21,000 into 19 by 20, which on solving gives the value as 19,950. So that's it for today. And if you have not watched the previous videos, kindly go to the playlist and watch them, and kindly like, share and subscribe the channel as well as video. So that's it for today. Thank you so much.